All right, man, peace. So today's video and assessment is going to be on a clip, a viral clip that went, to the mainstream. A lot of people was up in arms about Aaron the Plumber 2 weeks ago when he made this statement about every black man should go to jail or go to prison for 90 days. Like this is a set of scared straight. And so for those who don't know, Aaron the Plumber, and I would say, is a random 15-minute of fame socialite who comes from the show Pop the Balloon, in which he's notably known for pretty much making pretty much a very this fool's type of statement towards a woman. And then after that, a lot of people try to find his information and, trying to find out who he is. And then he got uplifted to being on Zeus Network, on some show on Zeus Network. I don't know the name of it, which features that whore bag Eric Mena and, a couple of other people. But the point is that basically he's in the limelight now in his 15 minutes of fame. It's a fad, which they're just giving him airtime for being provocative and him having a lot of low level energy when it comes to a lot of these different things that he's involved in. Still continuously being up on these dating shows in which he's usually getting into fights with a lot of fellow men. And then, him recently having some type of beef with this guy named Whack 100. So a lot of things that happen within that. But, I just want to respond also to my take on his opinion about him making the crazy statement that black men should go to jail for 90 days. Now, of course, this is his opinion. But the problem is that too many times they have tried to get the black man and every single black man to be a thug, to be a degenerate, to be one that needs to go to jail to prove his manhood to the whole world or other people. You ain't proving shit and nothing to yourself by doing that, but that's here nor there. Let's watch this video and I'll give a commentary along the way. Peep.
Every black man, I feel like when they turn 18 years old, bro, send them to prison. No, real talk. Real talk. Send them niggas to prison for 90 days.
Yes.
He gonna have in his mind, nigga, I knew in third grade, God take the breath from me right now. When I was in third grade, when niggas asked, what do you want to be? I'm like, I want to be a gangster. I want to be a gangster. I used to watch.
And the thing about hearing that statement is it's sad because I know it probably comes from one of his family members that improperly vet him and take care of him as a child. And most of the time, they give this to the black man and tell him, yo, you should be in the streets, you should be gangster, and that they think that if you want to go with a certain career choice, you're a weirdo, you're a nerd, you're this, you're that. It's funny how the black man that wants to succeed in life is seen as a problem and a threat versus the black man that's a degenerate and wants to go to prison, and they look at him like he's the best thing that ever came out the hood. And the thing about it is like hearing that and you say that in third grade, who taught you that? Where did you get it from? Now, Aaron the plumber had a promising career as a plumber. I don't know what he does now, but the thing about it is that is something I would have celebrated as a fellow brother to a brother. But the problem is that especially when it comes to social media and not just that, just the mass media at large, their whole entire way is to downtrodden the black man by making him into this caricature of being this low-level degenerate who does nothing but cause problems, doesn't know how to emotionally guard himself, and always wants to get into fight with fellow man. Also following around the mass incarceration process, especially deemed by the music industry because they thought it was okay. You didn't think that these DVDs that they came back out with in the mid 2000s and towards the 2010s about these gangster DVDs and the gang lifestyle was just a way pull to keep black men into the steady state of sheepleness? Yes. It was a constant flow of that, of to get black men into that degenerate state so they can't think of any other options but to involve themselves into the gang lifestyle. And then sitting up there giving them more airtime when you start to have agents like Vlad TV or Adam 22 Jumper that's giving these dumbasses a platform to tell on themselves and likely get into prison. See how the loop forms?
The game, vlog videos, and all these niggas. I'm like, I want to be a gangster. I want to be like Lavish D, nigga, you feel me? But that ain't nothing to glorify, you feel me? That ain't nothing good came. Well, no, I can't say nothing good came about the lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas, yeah, niggas didn't really ran it up the banked up way though, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm very fortunate, you know, to be in the position that I am, coming from the background that I came from, Badesky. So if I could go back in time, I wouldn't take nothing back, bro. God, run it on replay.
And to my point of that statement that's been made towards the end of the video, I mean, that's a choice that he made. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to get upset about his opinion. But too many times, that black man has the center stage of what a black man should be in the eyes of everybody else around the world. See, the thing about it is when you understand the context or understand the viewpoint of how the black man is viewed, why is it that the bad downtrodden black man is honored before the quote unquote nerdish black man that's looking to move up in society and social mobility? Such in case one of my favorite artists is for a while back, Childish Gambino, aka Donald Glover, who was instituted as a nerd. And by that standards, a lot of even black women did not like him because he was a nerd. He was one of those dudes that was involved in the film industry, and they didn't start giving that dude love until he started coming out with the music. Once he started coming out with the music back in around like 2016, and when he came out with the show Atlanta, which was more so a show about a rapper that's trying to get put on. But the point is, I'm happy for black men that's not afraid to be who they are, whether they're into rock music, whether they're into nerdish culture, such as the stereotypical thing of talking about watching anime and all these different things, the black nerds, because I have no problem saying it. I'm one of those black nerds from personal experience and understanding just because you're from the hood doesn't mean you have to be hood. You understand what I'm saying? And it doesn't help for black men to spread the message at large for other black men to follow down the downtrodden, riskful lifestyle of being a gangster. Teach black men to defend themselves because this is the reason why, in the beginning, in my opinion, why he said that in the beginning of the video, that he advises black men to go to jail at 18. Because the thing about it is, it comes with that idea of having to stand up for yourself in this whole entire macho man bravo mentality, where you have to basically instill yourself into making sure you watch your back and you have to get into fights to prove yourself. This manhood nonsense that they start to sprinkle in the minds of these little black boys, which is not helpful. Instead of teaching those young black men that they need to get themselves into martial arts, learn how to train themselves when it comes to defending themselves so they can defend themselves and their family and their wives or their girlfriends or their sisters and their mothers, etc. Besides that, teaching these young so-called black boys to get into something where they can make money so they don't have to get into a 9 to 5 and so much different things so that they can avoid getting into the penitentiary for any sentence that they prove or they want to say that the black man needs to get into for whatever crime he committed. It's time for change. But otherwise than that, give me your thoughts in the comment section. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Peace.